Ever wondered how to experience the sleek design and fluid performance of macOS without owning a Mac? Well, you're in the right place. In today's video, I'll guide you step by step on how to install macOS on your Windows PC using VirtualBox. Quick, simple, and totally hassle-free. Whether you're a developer testing apps, a designer craving the macOS interface, or just curious about the Apple ecosystem, this guide is perfect for you. So, let's jump in and give your Windows machine a virtual taste of macOS magic. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Tech2AI and I'm so excited to have you here today. To begin, the first requirement to install macOS on VirtualBox is ensuring you have at least 80 gigabytes of free hard disk space. This is essential to accommodate the macOS installation and allow it to run smoothly without any storage issues. Turn off memory integrity. This is a security feature in Windows, but it needs to be disabled for VirtualBox to work properly. Don't worry, you can turn it back on once the installation process is complete. Disable Hyper-V. Hyper-V, another Windows feature, interferes with VirtualBox. Make sure to disable it before proceeding with the installation. Here I have more than 80 gigabytes of free space of my hard drive. Now to turn off memory integrity and disable Hyper-V. 1. Type Core in Windows Search. Open Core Isolation Details. Turn off the toggle for memory integrity. Open command prompt as administrator and type system info to check if Hyper-V is enabled for not. If you see Hyper-V detected, mean Hyper-V is enabled. To disable it, copy this command and right-click to paste it in CMD. Hit enter and restart your PC. The first thing you need is VirtualBox. Head over to the VirtualBox download page and download the installer for Windows hosts. The installer and follow the on-screen instructions to install it. I have the VirtualBox already installed on my PC, so I will close it. You'll also need to install the VirtualBox Extension Pack. Click on the All Supported Platforms link to download it. Once downloaded, double-click the file and it will install automatically. Next, you'll need the macOS ISO file to get started. You can easily find it online. Just type macOS ISO download into your browser and look for a trusted source. To make it even simpler, I have included the download link in the description of this video. A quick note, the latest macOS versions like Monterey, Ventura, or Sonoma don't run as smoothly on VirtualBox. So, I highly recommend using macOS Big Sur or an earlier version for the best experience. For this tutorial, I'll be downloading macOS Big Sur. Let's move ahead. The next step is to create a virtual machine for your Mac installation. In the VirtualBox, click the New button. Give your virtual machine a name. This could be anything you want. I will name it macOS. In the ISO image field, navigate to the macOS ISO file we downloaded and select it. Set the type as macOS X and the version as macOS X 64-bit. Click Next. You have to choose how much memory and processor cores you want to allocate for your virtual machine. macOS needs at least 4 gigabytes of RAM and 2 processor cores, but if your computer allows it, opt for higher values to make your virtual machine faster. To check total RAM in your computer, open Task Manager, click on Performance. Here you see I have 32 gigabytes RAM. So I'm going to allocate 16 gigabytes RAM, and for CPU cores, check here in CPU, it shows 6 core in all. So I set it to half, that is 3 CPU cores. You'll similarly have to allocate storage for your virtual machine. It's recommended to provide it with at least 80 gigabytes. If you have sufficient space, aim higher. I have 165 gigabytes of free space in my C drive, so I can allocate approximately 72 gigabytes for the VM. Click Finish. This creates a new virtual machine. Now we need to tweak a few settings for the virtual machine. So hit the Settings button. Go to the Systems tab and uncheck the floppy box. Make sure IC9 is the selected chipset and Enable EFI is checked. Then go to the Display section, set the video memory to 128 megabytes and check the box next to Enable 3D acceleration. Then go to the Networks tab to select your network adapters. You can leave the adapter 1 tab as default. On the Adapter 2 tab, you can select a backup adapter in case the first doesn't work. Select Bridged Adapter from the drop-down and then choose your Wi-Fi card. Now click on USB and choose USB 3.0 or USB 2.0, whichever you like. Next, we need to apply some patches to the virtual machine. To do so, close VirtualBox completely. Open Command Prompt as administrator and run a series of commands to patch your VM. Open the provided command note file. I will share the link in the description. If you're using an Intel processor, use Intel-specific commands. For AMD processors, use the AMD commands. Mine is Intel processor, so I will go with the commands for Intel processor. Here, you need to replace VM name in the commands with the exact name of your virtual machine. I named my machine macOS. Highlight VM name in the notepad. Click on Edit. Click on Find. Here in Replace section, type your machine name. macOS in my case. Click on Replace All. If you're using an Intel processor, use Intel-specific commands. For AMD processors, use the AMD commands. With that done, start your virtual machine and let macOS boot up. we're ready to install macOS. Keeping the macOS machine checked, click on Start to run the installation. The VM starts. Wait for some time. Once the macOS installer wizard launches, select your language and click the arrow icon. Select Disk Utility and click Continue. You need to format the virtual drive to install macOS. To do so, select VBox Hard Drive Media and click the Erase button. Type a name for your hard disk and click Erase. Quit Disk Utility. Then, select Install macOS Big Sur or your chosen version and click Continue. Agree to the terms and conditions. Select the hard drive you just formatted and click Continue to begin installing macOS. The installation process will take more than 30 minutes. During the installation, it will reboot several times. Just keep your PC turned on and come back after 30 minutes. Now that you have installed macOS, follow the on-screen instructions to set up the operating system, just like you would set up on a new Mac. Select your language, select your country region, click on Continue, click Not Now, Continue, Not Now. If you wish to sign in with your Apple ID, go ahead and do it. I will skip this step for now. Agree to the terms and conditions. Here you'll be asked to set up an account for your Mac. Create one, click Continue. Congratulations, you've successfully installed macOS on VirtualBox. But you will notice there are some display resolution issues. To fix this, follow the steps below. First of all, power off your macOS and the virtual machine VM. Then open Command Prompt as an administrator and navigate to the VirtualBox directory. Now, we need to run this command to set the necessary resolution. Replace the VM name with your virtual machine name. You need to choose a resolution that is less than or equal to the resolution of your physical monitor. In my case, the monitor has full HD resolution, so I've set it to 1920 by 1080 pixels. Now, let's run the command. After that, start the virtual machine. You will see that the VM display resolution in the VM window is now higher. To switch to full screen mode, click the View tab in the VM window and select the full screen mode option. Click the full screen mode option again to exit full screen mode. Now you can explore all the macOS features and apps right from your Windows PC. If you found this tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more exciting tech content. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.